You shoved me out of the room, closed the door, made out with me.
So then, for our first kiss, we were on my bed.
I just realized, like, whoa, I'm kind of in for a wild ride.
In for a treat.
I'm in for a treat. When's the first time you farted in front of me?
Are you serious?
Welcome back to another episode of Outer Place with Megan and Sherell. I'm Sherell.
And I'm Megan.
Woo! Welcome back. Good morning, people.
Good morning.
Thanks for joining us on this lovely Monday morning or whenever you got around to listening to this episode. Thanks for letting us be a part of your morning. If you guys don't know, we are wives, bandmates, podcast hosts, YouTubers,
Creators,
dog moms. How you doing, baby?
I'm doing good. In short, I recently tried a new recipe. I made some quinoa. Wait, I wrote it down. I made some lemon garlic Mediterranean quinoa.
That was nice.
Yeah, it sounds crazy saying that because I'm normally a burger and fries kind of gal.
And she said, I don't know if this is going to taste good. It's very healthy.
I really said that, yeah. But it was so good. I was really surprised. It was like kale and quinoa.
I thought it was spinach.
No,
good.
It was kale. Wouldn't you know it?
That's the only way you're going to get me to eat kale.
It was olives and tomato. Just thought it was so nutrient dense. Anyway, I was pleased at trying that recently this week. So
I enjoyed it.
Yeah. So anyway, tried something new. It was really delicious. I'm happy about that. In other news, I've just been enjoying my TV shows. I've been watching Abbott Elementary and I've been watching Farmer Wants a Wife.
I refuse to finish that with you. I just can't do any more like reality TV type shows.
Any more, like any additional ones at this moment?
Yeah, because I can only watch The Bachelor and probably only this season of it.
I was going to say, this is the first season of you watching. You did watch The Golden Bachelor.
I watched The Golden Bachelor because I thought it was an interesting concept. And that made me want to watch The Bachelor. But I don't think I'm going to watch it beyond this season.
Unless you really like the one that becomes the Bachelorette and then you're going to be sucked in.
That's true.
Other than that, I'm doing well. Just the same stuff with our dog. And I'm not going to say his name or else he'll know that we're talking about him. But just doing the same with our dog who is sick with cancer. And apparently he is doing really well. Basically, like, we're just happy to have more time with him. So I'm happy about that. We've been going on. He has
made it past his life expectancy for his sickness.
Yeah. I think that's a pretty big deal. And I'm happy because we've been going on little night walks sometimes. And
you said the W word. Now the dogs are going to be looking at you.
I didn't think about that. They're really tired because of those said adventures. So I'm excited to go on more of those because I just feel like I just want to connect every single day because I know that, every day is a blessing and we don't know when it's going to go more downhill. So I'm just like happy for where we are right now. And that's it for me. How are you doing, baby?
I think I'm doing good. That's it.
Ta-da.
No, I think I am. Similar stuff to you. So I'm just trying to rest a lot. We had your mom here. That was fun.
Yeah, that was really nice.
Just taking it day by day. Per usual.
Yeah.
Well, I was talking to your mom while she was visiting. We were showing off all of like the vitamins and stuff that we're taking.
Yeah, I really was showing off. I was like...
You were like, Mom, look at me.
Yes, I was. By the way, I love how much you love hanging out with my mom. Continue.
We did a puzzle in the park when she was here. It was actually pretty nice.
She sent me a selfie of you and her doing a puzzle in the park. It was really cute.
It was really nice. Anyway, you were showing off all your vitamins and we're talking about the fish oil that you have to take. And I realized I have a lot better memory than you because I took fish oil like every single day of my childhood and you didn't.
I don't think that's like the reason.
I think it's the reason. I have a great memory.
Yeah, but that you also just are good at a lot of other things too.
Like remembering.
We're just different.
Oh, whatever. Well, I believe that it's because I took my vitamins as a child and I have like an elephant memory. So
are elephants good at memory?
See, you don't even know that. So yeah.
That's not a memory thing. That's
I'm sure
knowledge.
you've learned it at some point in your life.
You're sure? Would you be betting your life on it?
You went to a fancy college prep school.
We didn't talk about elephants.
Huh, good point. Anyway, what was I saying?
Oh, look who doesn't have such a good memory.
Get your finger off my shoulder. Stop tapping me like that. Oh, we're bakery. Must be PMSing. Are you PMSing?
No. Are you?
I will be in like 4 days.
There we go.
4 days. 4 days.
We're
good.
We got a cycles app. Do we share it with each other? Now we like know ahead of time.
I know ahead of time when she has a little attitude. I'm like, oh, now I know why. And it's not sexist because I too am a woman. So there you go.
There we go.
No, so the fish oil thing reminded me that you have a bad memory, and then I started quizzing you on like special events in our life. So we thought
this was out of the blue. This wasn't like, oh, fun game. You started saying, do you remember this? Do you remember that?
Did I say it like that?
Yes.
I don't think I've ever sounded like that in my life. Wow, we're snippy.
I don't think so.
Do you love me?
Yes.
That's good.
That was cute how you said that. You're like charming. You're like, do you love me? You gave me that look. No, what? Ew. Talk like a person.
I was. Oh my gosh. Unhinged. So back to the fish oil, back to Megan's memory. I started asking her, babe, do you remember when this happened? Do you remember when that happened? So and then I said, stop everything. This is going to be the topic for our podcast. Mm-hmm. So now I wrote down events in our life and I want to quiz you and see if you remember them.
Okay.
And I said, to be fair, you can also quiz me, but you'll just be surprised at my elephant brain. So
Sherell also just has a great ability to tell stories, and because of that, or because of her good memory, she can tell stories. And I just think it's not in my strength to remember all the little details, but I will remember really weird like visual memories. Anyway, let's do this.
Well, I have like an auditory memory and you have...
I'm a visual learner. You're an auditory learner?
Except for with numbers. I can see a number and remember it.
Okay.
So here we are. And also you are a good storyteller. So don't discount yourself.
I'll try to tell good stories.
So here you go. Welcome to the game show At Our Place with Megan and Sherell. Do you remember?
Do you remember 21st night of September?
Okay.
Woo.
There you go.
That's my singing portion of the night.
That wasn't even her real singing voice, but it was pretty good.
Thank you. It's kind of an in-between.
Okay, go baby. You first. What do you got for me?
Okay.
These have to be events that have actually happened, by the way. Don't try to pull a fast one on me.
Okay. I didn't think of anything fake or call me a liar.
I didn't call you anything.
Okay. Do you remember our first date?
I put that on mine. I have to cross that out now. Well, I feel like that's subjective.
So would you say...
I say yes.
Okay, you do remember.
That's it. That's the game. How stupid would that be? Okay, let me prove it. I believe...
Prove it.
What I remember to be our first date, one of our first dates, was... Like, are you counting like when we were like actually official?
this is not, it's not really a pass or fail quiz.
Yeah, but I want to know.
You tell me what you would classify as our first date, and I'll tell you what.
The jazz concert that you took me at that coffee shop, I would have classified that as one of our very first dates.
Oh.
So. Or the orchestra concert that you took me to.
I took you to a lot of concerts.
Or the baseball game that we went to.
Yes.
And I bought you wine and got crunk.
You did. You always used to treat me. I was going to say our first date was more of a group activity.
What?
I was going to say our first unofficial date was when we went to get sushi.
Yes!
What?
I'm so glad you consider that our first date. Just saying. Because I asked you out.
Well, yeah, I don't know what I would classify as a date.
We're classifying that as our first date.
Okay. Well, but...
You weren't sitting next to me or talking to me specifically, but we were together.
Yes. Can it be a date if there's other people there? Basically, we were just friends. You had asked me, hey, do you want to go get sushi with me? Which was a bit more intimate than what we'd done before, which is just hang out with friends or hang out at your place and drinking tea or whatever.
Drinking tea?
Yeah, we used to drink. You used to make me tea and popcorn.
That's true. And we watched movies. That, to be fair, I wasn't boring. I had like a major back injury at this time, so it was very limited.
Why would any of that like?
Because I feel like that's so lame.
What? You're saying our first memories were lame?
Yeah, because I was lame. Physically, I was lame.
Okay, yes. Sherell had a back injury like a week or two after we met, but that is my sweet spot. Like I love sitting around and watching TV. You have no idea. That's all I did growing up.
The thing is, I did not do that with people until I like ran around and did a million other things with them that day, and then we were too tired to do anything else, so then we'd watch TV.
I feel like God was like, you're gonna need to slow down a little bit because
I'm gonna break your back.
Well,
so you can woo this girl.
This girl is not gonna be as like active as you are. She's gonna like to relax. She's gonna want to just have some quality time with you. So it's perfect timing. So I would say our first date is when you invited me to go get sushi, and I felt like uncomfortable because I felt like that was a little bit too serious. So I
invited five guys.
I did what I used to do, and I got uncomfortable, and I said yes. And let me invite a few of my friends. And
they were all men.
A lot of my friends happened to be guys at the time. I don't know why. There we go.
You had a whole household of female roommates.
I don't know if any of them were available. Plus, I don't know if I asked them. I might have.
What was even better is none of those guys had ever met each other.
Here's how I'm going to defend myself. I'm going to defend myself because you and I both, which is why we fell in love with each other. Mind you.
Mind me.
I feel like part of the reason we fell in love with each other is because we both love bringing together people that we know are going to have a good time together, even if they don't know each other. Like, we just both individually like doing that.
I don't know if that experience made that happen.
Some of them, maybe. I don't know.
I got along with all of them, but I wouldn't say that they all got along with each other.
I think it's also because I was friends with each of them.
Yeah.
And I wanted you to meet them. Like, I think that might have been the first time that you met.
2 out of the 3 guys that you invited liked you.
I don't believe that. Maybe one of them. Maybe only one of them. All I can say about past me is I think she did just fine. And I think that was kind of a first date because it was intended to be one. And it was the first time we went to a restaurant, even though there were a few other people there.
Yeah. I will say once I found out that Megan was inviting these 3 guys, I was like, 3 or 4 guys, I don't remember. I was like, I forced one of my best friends to come with me. She's like, I don't want to go back there. We had a bad experience at that sushi place for her birthday.
Oh,
it's all you can eat sushi, and you have to eat every roll. Otherwise, you have to pay.
My stomach was so upset the next day because we ordered deep fried sushi, which was not a good idea.
I didn't eat that.
So much like oil. Anyway.
Well, anyway, I would just like to say of past me, like, go me for not being deterred by the clear and obvious rejection.
It was not a clear and obvious rejection.
Yeah, well,
I wanted you. I wanted to be with you in a group setting. That's all.
That's totally fine. I'm just saying, like, a lesser person would have been deterred, but I am not lesser.
You're a good one, which is why I took you.
Okay, it's my turn. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
The first time you met my parents, do you remember?
Yes, I do. I remember you invited me to go to the Central Valley, which is where your parents live.
They have a farm.
They have a farm. E-I-E-I-O. You invited me to your brother's birthday party. And
it was a joint birthday party.
It was a joint birthday between your brother and
my parents.
Wait, both of them?
Yeah. They're 20 years apart.
Wait, both of your parents have a birthday on the similar day?
My parents are like a month apart, and they were both turning 60.
Okay, so
my brother was turning 40. So we had this massive hands on deck birthday.
Let me get the memory. Okay. So it was at a big park in the Central Valley, and there were little strings tied between poles with like photos of like between the years. And I remember this. Well, they had your dad made steak, I think, which is funny because you're vegetarian. Not like the whole thing revolved around you, but it was just your family is just like very meat centered.
Yeah, they're farmers.
Yeah, and I remember there were games, of course, which I'm down for games, of course.
My family like does games differently than your family, though.
Yes, well, there were physical games. So I remember the potato sack race. There was a potato sack race. And I don't believe I've ever done one of those before.
And you did it against my sister, who was like a
gymnast or something.
No, not just that, but she was recruited for like the U.S. team for gymnastics, and you did it against her, and she holds like a record for the state.
I must not remember. Was it just us two that did it, that were competing?
It was like a relay, and you and her were like lined up against each other.
You know, it was one of those moments where you could be embarrassed, or you could just know that you're embarrassed but pretend like you're confident anyway. So I tried to do the second one and not be super embarrassed outwardly. I wanted to seem confident and cool and collected, but I was failing miserably at the potato sack race.
You know what I just thought?
What were you thinking?
I thought like, I don't know. I already knew you were going to be my wife. So, like, I already knew going into that. So, I was hoping that you would put yourself out there, even though I knew that it was an uncomfortable situation. Mm-hmm. And I was uncomfortable because I was introducing my family to my girlfriend. So,
yeah, and it was a little bit uncomfortable. I could tell there was an elephant in the park, if you will.
Yes, my parents are non-farming, so it was like, ugh.
They were a little uncomfortable.
Which is weird now because they love you. However, it was the first time they met you.
Yeah. They don't believe in same-sex relationships.
Which is weird because they exist.
They know it exists, but they don't think it is correct. And yeah. So we had similar backgrounds and similar situations. So I was like, okay, I kind of know what I'm getting into. So I was happy to meet them. I was happy to meet your nephews and nieces. Happy to meet your brothers and sisters.
All of my siblings were there.
I met a lot of them. Yeah.
Basically. I have a giant family and all of them were there.
Yeah. That's not intimidating at all. So yeah, that is the time I met your parents.
Now that I think about it, it's kind of intense that I say, okay, meet everybody all at once.
I mean, I'm a fairly easygoing person, so I think it was just fine for me.
Great.
Thank you. Aww. I guess we answer the same question. So, do you remember the moment that you met my parents?
Yep. I remember it was Easter. We were just friends. I met them the day that I fell in love with you, actually. That's for a different story. But it was Easter. It was Easter, and your parents were in town for a gig of yours.
Yes.
So. That's when I met them.
Okay.
There wasn't even a big deal. I mean, it was a big deal to you.
I invited my friends, I invited you, and I invited my parents to a performance that I had. It was like a brunch type of thing. So.
Yes, and it was super special. But I remember it. Like, I didn't spend any quality time with your parents. That's just the first time that I met them.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
The first time I got to know your mom was when she came to town, like, later on. Mm-hmm. And we went to brunch together and we got drunk together. Like, your mom got a little tipsy.
We had mimosas.
And breakfast burritos.
And both of these times were when you were outwardly just my friend to my parents, because I wanted them to.
I was just your friend.
We might have been dating the second time.
Yeah, as it was closer to your graduation.
Yeah, we dated for a little bit in secret to my parents, and then I just like wasn't ready to come out to them yet. So you had some fun times with them before, and then it was
before they hated me.
Then it was awkward when they found out, and then or when I told them, and then. Now it's like kind of good again.
What do you mean kind of good again? Your mom comes here all the time.
Yeah, like
I literally did puzzles with her in the park for forever.
I know, like they love spending time with you. They love us, so I'm glad we're to that point.
Yep.
So, okay, let me ask you one. Oh, this one you might not have an answer to, but I'm just curious if you do. Okay.
That's my
there's
memory.
there's no expectations. Do you remember the first moment you either thought I was weird or saw my weirdness come out? Because I don't show it to just anybody.
The first time I met you, I thought you were weird.
Okay,
the very first conversation. I thought you were hot, but I thought you were weird. You know this.
Okay, wait. Explain.
Well, you just were awkward. I was like, this girl's a little awkward. And I thought it was because you were crushing on my friend. So we met at a gig, and you came and beelined over to our table after to say hi.
I was walking towards the back with my guitar because my guitar case was in the back, and I was walking in that direction, and then I lingered near your table because I wanted to meet the other musicians, aka you.
Whatever. So as soon as you had started singing, my friend was like into you. And I heard your voice and I was like, oh, damn. Like, I wasn't expecting that voice to come out of you.
Aww.
So, plus I'd heard your name floating around. And it was nice to put a face to the name. But then you came over and you just kind of like he was awkward. You were awkward. I was just looking at the two of you like, what the heck's happening here? And then you just kind of like lingered. And I was trying to figure out like, okay, clearly he likes you. I think you might like him, but also you're kind of like asking me questions about me. So I invited you to go hang out again after that gig, later that night. And I just remember thinking like, this girl's a little awkward, but it's funny.
This girl's a little awkward, but it's fun.
And then I noticed your sense of humor later that night when we were watching a movie, and you were hilarious and making jokes all the way through the movie. And I don't think I had ever felt that lighthearted with anybody that I liked before.
Oh my gosh, what? You're gonna make me so happy.
So it just hit different. And I didn't think you were like weird in the negative sense. I was just like, this girl is like, I don't know, you just leaned into your weird sense of humor. So
Thank you.
Which was cool because eventually it brought out mine. So Later, way down the road, eventually.
Yeah, you were so cool as a cucumber. That's forever.
Not as a cucumber. I was just cool. So.
And now I do not remember a moment when I don't remember the first moment. Yeah.
I can think of a few, but I'm not going to jog your memory.
Wait, jog my memory.
Nope.
Aw.
It's for me. Okay, I get to ask you.
Okay.
Okay. First time we slept over at each other's houses.
Whoa. Okay, I first slept over at your house.
Oh, I should not have brought the
sauce. This got saucy real quick. What?
Because you were mad at me.
The very first time. Okay, this is what happened. So let me get this straight in my head. Okay. I need to.
I'm not helping you. This is to test your memory.
I need to remember correctly. I said, "Hey" or "Hi," whatever. We were texting at this point. Mm-hmm. It's just a few weeks after we met, probably.
It was a few months.
We moved pretty fast. Maybe it was like a month.
We met in March and we started dating in June.
Mm-hmm. So maybe like a month, because this was this was like the first time we slept over each other.
You say a few weeks, I say a month. It's all the same.
So I remember feeling sick. I was feeling feverish, and I, for some reason, felt comfortable enough with you that I knew I wanted to spend time with you.
You wanted to bring your germs to my house.
Yes, I was feeling, I had a fever, and I just was lonely. I got lonely a lot. And so I was like, hey, let's hang out. Or maybe I just said, oh, I'm not feeling so well or something. And maybe you said, do you want to come over and hang out for a little bit? I have tea and whatever.
I said, I'll make you soup.
Yeah, that was really sweet. So I said, okay, yes. So I got up, I went to the store and got myself some ice cream and a spoon. And then I went over to your house. And this was the first time I had been to your house, I believe. You're not going to give me anything.
Nope.
I think this is the first time I went to your house. And I'm pretty sure I was just taking it all in. This interesting house. I was sitting at this very, very blue table. Not that all this matters. You got me some tea, I think. We hung up for a little bit, and I think I had to do some homework because I was still in college, just finishing up. And then I was just going to go to sleep. And it was getting late. You said you should stay over because, it's getting late and blah, blah, blah. So we were like just friends, and I thought, okay, obviously we're going to sleep in different places. So you said, I'll take the couch and you can take my room. And by the way, this was not very long after you'd moved into this place. It was like somebody's house and you were friends with her.
I had like a king bed mattress but on the ground.
Yes, you had a mattress on the ground. And so you just moved in, there's stuff on the ground, and there was a couch that had a bunch of dog hair on it.
and there were multiple dogs in the house, and I was like, well, you could sleep on the couch, but the dogs will bother you all night.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and our dog Caius was yours first. You had him, and he's very, very attentive, and I can imagine how he could wake you up in the middle of the night. I was saying, oh, I'll take the couch because I'm a comfortable couch girl. I just like, I don't know why, but I thought if you took the couch, which I'm still this perceptive of you, by the way, I thought if she takes the couch, because she's mentioned multiple times the dog's interrupting her or just like fur on the couch, if she takes the couch, eventually she's going to want to come and stay in the room too.
In my own bedroom, in my own bed. in my own nice, comfy, expensive mattress.
But I'm the guest, and so I'm like, I just want to have my own little space, you know? And so I was like, I want my own space. I'll take the couch. And you said, no, take my room. So I took the room. And then in the middle of the night, you're such a little turd. And I love you. You came into the room. You said, I can't remember if you were like, the dogs keep bugging me, or I can't sleep. And I think we might have slept on the same mattress. I'm not sure if I'm correct on that, but we stayed on kind of opposite ends of it. That's the first time.
That's close, but not exactly what happened. I was like holding my tongue. So you were not sick then. That's not the time you came over and you were sick. Because I have OCD and I wouldn't have stayed in the same room as you if you were like nasty sick.
Oh. Okay.
And so it was just a regular, you had a bunch of homework to do, but you were bored and all of your roommates were doing things.
Okay.
And you wanted me to come to your place, but I was like bedridden. Like I had a major back injury for the first 5 months of us hanging out and knowing each other. So I was like, I can't come to your house because I lived like 30 minutes away and my back was hurting too bad. So I said, you can come here. And I was genuinely going to like offer you my bedroom and sleep on the couch. But the combination of two dogs like pushing their faces into my face and me sleeping on a couch with my injury, like I just got uncomfortable. And I knew I had a giant bed and I knew my bedroom was comfy. And I was like, oh, she's cute anyway. But I didn't like, it wasn't like that. Like nothing happened. I just wanted to sleep on my mattress.
And at this point, I still thought that I was a straight person. So, you know, you probably got straight vibes from me. And I was like, I don't know.
I was like, that was the first time I realized this girl's kind of spoiled. Like, you wanted my whole room to yourself, my whole entire giant bed all to yourself, even though I was injured. There was no scenario that you would let me sleep on my own bed on the opposite side of the bed.
You didn't let me sleep on the couch.
Well, I just, quite honestly, like now that you have some like perspective, how do you think you would have slept on that, like that night? How do you think you would have slept?
I would have slept okay. Like if you put some sheets down and yeah.
I didn't have sheets to give you. I had my pair of sheets, my one pair of sheets. And I have extra blankets. I just moved in. Half my house was in boxes.
Why did this happen?
I'm just saying. I was like, I don't think she realizes, like, Caius pushes his face into your face.
That's true.
And he breathes and cries until you wake up. And then he just looks at you like ready to play.
That's true. Okay.
Then Charles, who also slept there.
Oh, yeah, the other dog.
He will just jump on the couch and sleep with you.
Okay. I guess.
I was like, she's not going to... I thought in my head, if she sleeps on this couch, she's never going to stay over again.
Oh. Okay, when's the first time you came to stay at my place?
I don't remember.
I think you probably slept on the couch.
I think it had to be one of the times where I was too drunk or too hurt to go back all the way to my house. And I for sure slept on the couch, and I tried to like cowboy up, but I was like way too, like it was kind of a nightmare.
You were tired, and I said, hey, just sleep on the couch. It's fine.
Yeah.
And our couch was very comfortable and no pets.
Their couch was not comfortable for a back injury.
Oh, well, it was really, really cushy, which might not be the best for
It was just kind of weirdly lumpy. And so I would wake up in like shooting pain. But I did it multiple times because I wanted to hang out with you.
Sorry, honey.
And I was like, I couldn't drive 30 minutes there, party with you, and then sit in the car 30 minutes back. Like I had to do one of those things. So
Aw. And by party with me, you mean me and my roommates. Because it wasn't just like, oh, Megan's the party or the party house. I was living with 3 other roommates and 1 honorary roommate that came over all the time. So most of the time when you came over, it was all of us just watching TV, drinking something. So that was a fun time.
Playing that weird game where you're like standing on American couches.
We only did that like once.
I feel like it happened a few times. I was like, this group likes to party.
We met at a really good time because I was just finishing up college, and I don't know, it was just like a good time for us to meet. That's all.
Nice. Okay, what's your memory?
I've got one more question for you, and I know you know it.
Well, why are you asking?
Because it's a cute thing to share.
Okay.
Our first kiss.
I don't remember.
Yeah, right.
It's fading from my mind.
My kiss is unforgettable.
Unforgettable. That's not you. Just kidding.
You're so funny.
I do remember it.
You're taking a minute. Are you just gonna keep it to yourself?
Do you want me to share it with them?
It didn't do like the gory details.
It was in Megan's bed.
It was
on her twin bed
and
on her twin mattress, and it didn't end there.
It didn't. I don't know. But, okay, basically, what I remember. First of all, this is not our first time being in the same bed.
Yeah, because after she so grumpily accepted me into my own bed, she invited me many, many, many times into hers.
Here's my thinking.
The day after.
This is the trajectory between straight girl to queer girl. I was like, oh, Sherell's could. This was like after a few times of you sleeping on the couch. I was like, Sherell could stay in my twin bed. I was like, she could stay in it because one time my sister came to visit and she shared the bed with me, which also is kind of weird, but I didn't care because I love my sister. And there's not a lot of space, twin bed. So there was the beginning slippery slope of me realizing there's no boundaries when you start to like a woman, because it's very obvious when you start to like a guy, but there's like, you're not going to be in the same bed. You're not going to,
I would just like to say, for my own defense, I did not move in on you. Like,
no,
there was no like,
you didn't convince me.
I wasn't creepy towards you.
No, you didn't try to convince me of anything. I literally said, oh, you can stay in my bed.
Because I was saying, I'm not coming over. I'm too sore. I don't want to sleep on your couch.
I said, come over and hang out. And
I said, no, you could come here.
Oh.
I said, no, you can come here. And you said, well, you can come over. You could just sleep on my bed.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I thought when you said, I'll sleep on your bed, that meant that you would sleep on your couch. But then you stayed in the bed with me.
I think I even told you,
you pulled the same move that I pulled on you. You pulled it on me.
I didn't pull anything.
The move where, come over, I'll sleep on my couch, you can have my bed. You ended up in your bed.
I didn't pull anything.
That's the same thing I did to you.
I told you.
I'm just saying. Caught in 4K.
I told you. My sister has stayed in my bed before, so you can stay in my bed because we're besties.
You didn't say any of that because I would have looked at you like you had 2 heads.
I think I said that before.
You didn't say it. That was solely in your head or to your sister. No. You didn't say it to me.
No. In any case, so
first kiss.
Maybe
was in your bed.
Maybe a month or 2 later, we were just regularly staying in each other's beds.
It got to the point where like I had my whole room all nice and set up. It was actually pretty fancy. Mm-hmm. And you like claimed space in my room. Like you had your own nightstand. You left things in my closet. Like you left your things at my house.
Okay.
Like you took up space even though we were just friends.
Yes. I don't see the problem with that. So then for our first kiss, we were on my bed. And I think it was in the morning, I'm pretty sure. And I had to go to class at some point. And I think it was just a moment where there was some kind of weird tension building.
I said I want to kiss you.
There was tension. And this is part of the reason why I kind of latched onto it, because I was like, am I queer? Am I not? I don't really understand. And I was like, but there's just this tension when we're in bed together. And I don't know what it is. And now I know what it is. And so you just said, can I kiss you?
This was after we had said we liked each other.
Was it?
It had to be, because why would I make out with you? I never kissed you until I knew that you liked me.
Okay.
Like, if you were making out with me, I would have called bullshit on you if you said, I don't have feelings for you.
Okay. That's true. I think.
But I gave you the benefit of the doubt.
I think at that point I would have said, yeah, you're right. That would have been crazy.
Like, she's delusional.
You would be like, do you like me or not? Yes. We had established we liked each other. We started hanging out again. At this point, there was no barrier. There were no barriers. You said, can I kiss you? And I said...
But we weren't official. We were in that weird space. And you said...
We weren't official yet, but we said we liked each other.
I think you said, fine.
And I said, yes.
You didn't say yes. You said something sassy. You said, why don't you try it and find out? And then I kissed you.
I don't think I said that, but what did I say?
It was something sassy. And then I kissed you. And then I said...
I'm sad I can't remember like exactly what I said, because I think I liked it.
You said, why don't you do it?
No. I said...
I said I would like to kiss you, and you said, why don't you do it? Or something like that.
Something else.
It was something sexy, I hope I remember. And hot and sassy. And then after I kissed you, I said, whoa, you can kiss.
Oh, and then I said, what'd you expect?
And I was like, that's when I realized, oh.
You're like, oh, she's not just this little Christian girl.
I never thought that. I just realized, like, whoa, I'm kind of in for a wild ride.
In for a treat.
I was in for a treat.
Oh my God.
I wasn't wrong.
Oh, that's sweet. All right, one more. You got a question?
One more for me?
Hopefully I can remember it.
When's the first time you farted in front of me?
Are you serious? I
have a sweet one at the end of this.
We're going to end on this
When's the first time you farted in front of me? Answer that, and if you remember, then I'll ask you a sweet one.
Oh, I remember. Okay.
You have to tell the truth.
I have to earn the sweet question.
Yes.
Okay. We went to the emergency vet. Is this the time?
Yeah.
Oh no, seared into my memory.
She had her feet propped up on the desk.
Let me tell the memory. So we went to the emergency vet because Caius had some sort of like, it was just a normal, like he ate something weird and now he's acting weird, something like that.
He was getting an X-ray or something.
Oh, okay. I don't remember. So then we were parked. We were just waiting. I was reading a book, like a super cute girl. I was reading a book. My knees. Oh gosh. Okay, so yeah, my knees were like, my legs were fully up.
Were you trying to look cute? Because you did look cute.
Yeah,
it was like a hot summer day.
Yeah, it was a hot summer day. I was reading my book. My legs were like fully up on the dashboard and I was leaned back, and it was
this was during COVID. We couldn't go in.
Oh, yes.
Or there was something going on where we couldn't like go into the vet. They just wanted us to like, they took him from the car.
Yeah, it must have been like in COVID somewhere.
I don't remember.
Which says I didn't fart for a long time.
You must have had a really upset stomach for a while because you didn't fart until the same year that we got engaged.
I had the silent thing going on. So then it's so embarrassing.
Say it.
I'm pretty sure I sneezed. And then I had a little toot at the same time.
It was loud too.
No, it wasn't.
It was loud.
It was
like,
little.
Whoa.
It was little and it was accidental. And I'm really embarrassed.
You turned your bright red and you said, "Oh no, you didn't hear that. You didn't hear that."
I was just like, no, you've never heard me fart before. I don't even want to say it that loud. You've never heard me fart before. A dirty word. I feel like I'm pretty progressive, but in terms of my like, I'm such a lady.
You're like ways. Your grandma in that way.
It makes me feel like I don't want to be gross. So yeah, I was really frustrated that I let it slip one time.
I would like to point out that's actually not the first time she farted in front of me. That's just the first time she was aware that she farted in front of me. We slept together in the same bed, and you fart all the time in your sleep. You did. You farted. You farted at my house when you were sleeping in my bed, and I was like, "Whoa." And you were like all cute, butt up against me. And you just let it rip. And I was like, whoa. I knew you'd be embarrassed, so I didn't say it.
I feel so exposed. I don't remember the first time you farted in front of me because you don't care. You say, I'm going to fart, and then you do it.
No, that's not how it works. It's like if I farted, I always say, I farted. Because I've been
any better?
Because I've been in a scenario where I farted and the whole room smelled it and was disgusted. And I was like, well, like, I didn't say it was me. I felt embarrassed. They were trying to figure out what the smell was and who it was. They were like,
what is that? Is there a skunk
oh my
somewhere?
God, it smells so bad. I was like, oh, it smells awful.
And you were like, yeah.
Yeah, it smells so bad. And then I left the room.
So when I met you, you were developed to the point where you were confident.
I was a full-grown woman.
You were confident about it.
I was a full-grown, out and proud woman. I was like, you know what? I fart. Get over it.
I love that. I love your confidence.
But I wasn't gross. It's not like I just like fart around you all the time. It's just like I farted.
Okay.
I'm not gonna dampen myself for anyone.
All right. I'm ready for your sweet question now.
Okay. My sweet question is the first time we used the term girlfriend for each other.
I don't remember.
And I win.
You win.
I win. This was a test your memory game.
This was not a win-lose situation. I win because I got you.
That was cheesy.
Yeah, it was. Therefore, I win as well.
Well, I wouldn't do.
I remember you had said it at some point, like, you're my girlfriend, or do you want to be my girlfriend? Something like that. And, wait. Were we in a car? Were we in San Jose? Because you might have said, maybe you didn't say the word girlfriend.
Yes, that was the first time.
Okay, there we go. Doubly win.
Yeah.
We were in a car, and this was maybe like a weekend after we had kissed for the first time. And we were in San Jose. We were leaving my parents' house. And you said you had hung out with all of us.
I think we were dropping off your sister.
Oh, yes. But you were just my quote unquote friend all around. And you said, hey.
Your friend that you like randomly grabbed, slammed against the wall, and made out with around your parents' house when no one was looking.
I don't remember. But we for sure kissed already. So I said, or you said, hey, so just like so you know, I don't kiss my friends. So are we dating now? Are we girlfriends?
It's because you had made out with me so thoroughly at your parents' house. Like, I was rounding a corner.
TMI.
I was like coming into a room. You shoved me out of the room, closed the door, made out with me, made my knees weak, and then walked back in like it was nothing. And then we were driving back. And I was like, I don't do that with my friends.
Hold the phone. I don't do that with my friends. So are we dating? Are we girlfriends? And I still had some like, I didn't see myself identified as part of the queer community yet. It was all very new to me. So I said, you know what? We have been on dates before. We have kissed before. We've slept in each other's beds before. So logically, yes, we're dating.
You didn't say all that. You just
That's
said,
what I was thinking in my head.
We've been dating for a while.
That's what I was thinking in my head.
You said, we've been dating for a while, so why not make it official?
Mm-hmm.
And I said,
yeah,
sweet.
There we go.
But that's not the first time you used the term girlfriend. I called you my girlfriend in a text or something. And... Or I wrote you a note asking you if you wanted to come over, and I was like, check yes or no or something. Girlfriend. I still have the note somewhere.
Oh, that's cute.
But I remember you saying, it makes me feel weird when you use that term.
Yeah. It took me a while to get used to. That's
fair. We all know how that feels when we're queer and we have baggage.
Yeah, internalized homophobia, I suppose. But it makes me a little bit sad that I missed some of that time of just being excited to use the term girlfriend. And also some of it was external, like having to do with our parents and everything. But I remember one time, this was after we were married. I went to the store and we got some like ordered groceries where they bring it out to you. And you were at home. Like we had done this quite a few times before, just ordered groceries. And I went by myself, and the guy, he'd like seen us a few times together, and he was just like, oh, like, is your like girlfriend not here or something like that? And I was just like, this random person, like we'd never really talked that much or anything like that. He just kind of picked up, I guess, what was going on. And I was just like flooded with like, I just like felt like crying because of just the casual use of the term girlfriend. Like it just felt so validating for some reason. Aww. So anyway, I am sad that I wasn't like, I'm sad I wasn't excited like the whole time we were girlfriends, because it's such a fun term.
You were excited to be with me, but you were not excited to use that term.
Yeah, I just was not used to it. I never thought I would have a girlfriend, I guess. And I was happy to have you. So yeah, that was, eventually it was like exciting, and you know, you're my girlfriend and all that stuff.
Well, I remember the first time that you used it.
When was it?
We were dancing at a club. Oh. Like after you graduated.
Okay.
And all of your friends from like your...
It was like my
cohort,
peers, like I would say.
Your colleagues and stuff.
We all went out for a celebratory...
You guys are wasted. You can say it.
Yeah.
Or you're on your way to becoming.
Which is funny because I never hung out with any of them before outside of school.
Yeah, so everybody was just stoked to be graduating, and they were all partying, and so you and I were like dancing. And one of your classmates like walked up to me and was like, or said something about like, oh, you're Megan's girlfriend.
I think that was we had like a grad assistant or a TA or something.
Yeah, there was like multiple people they were like, oh, you're Megan's girlfriend. So then I told you, and somebody came up to you. I like went over and told you like, oh, that's, you know, people are saying I'm your girlfriend. And then somebody came up to you and said, who's this? And he said, this is my girlfriend, Sherell.
I say
yes
that?
And I was just like,
you're swooning.
I was like, yeah, I'm taken.
And you're like, yeah, we're together. I had never said it out loud to other people before.
But that was the first
that was
time
really scary. You know why? Because it felt like coming out to people, because I'd never come out to anybody.
Well, it is coming out to people.
Yeah. And I think I felt comfortable because it wasn't people that I knew super well, but they all were very happy and just very welcoming. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna say the word girlfriend, you know, like had to hype myself up, and it just got easier and easier after that. And
yeah,
but oh, it's really cute.
I had you in my phone as my hot girlfriend for like years. And then I put you in as like my hot fiance, and then I put you in as my hot wife.
Aw, that's cute, baby.
Well, my hot wife, I'm hungry.
Thank you guys for coming over to our place. This was really fun.
Yeah, it was really fun. But do you have any words of encouragement?
Yes. Well, I think I did it last time. Why don't you do it this time?
Okay. Well, I was talking to your mom while she was here. Just about kind of this weird phase of life that we are in, where it could be very easy to be discouraged because, like, work is hard right now, because I'm looking for a job transition. My foot is injured and I'm trying to heal, and our pup is dying right in front of us. Like, he's just skin and bones. And it could be very easy to be discouraged because those things don't change very quickly. And so I was just telling her, like, I could be very discouraged, and I could just be very, like, stressed. And I was telling her about all of the systems we have in place to run our lives, and how it could be very tempting to be stressed and worried and try to, like, gain control in stupid little ways. I just looked at her and I said, but you know what? All of this could just change in a moment, you know? Like, good could be right around the corner. Something amazing can happen right around the corner that makes these things I'm stressed about less stressful, or, you know, better, or there could just be like a surprise blessing right around the corner. So even though it's freaking hard right now, I think that's what I'm personally clinging to, is it's not always going to be this way, and there's like blessing right around the corner. Like, your situation can change in a moment for the better.
I love that.
So even though it's like, I don't know, I can get so discouraged and so in my head and spiral so dark and twisty down, and think like the whole world can go to shit in a moment. But it's just as easy to think the whole world can get a whole lot better in a moment too. So
I love that. It's kind of like the whole, what if things go wrong? But then we don't often ask ourselves, but what if it goes right?
Yeah.
And sometimes you can't even imagine how things could go right, or how there might be hope in something completely random you didn't think about. So I really love that.
And it is hard. Like, I can't change these things that are happening. But, you know, even in this shitty situation, like, I'm looking at him and I'm like, he's not going to be in pain soon. And that makes me happy.
Yeah.
Like,
our dog is having a really, really good time right now. Like, in terms of just being around us, and he's getting really good food, and he's getting lots of TREATs, and he's just getting a lot of love. Yeah,
and my foot is injured, but every time I turn around the corner, there's somebody helping me heal it, and that's amazing. And our jobs, at least my job situation, is stressful right now because I'm like, I don't know what my career is going to be now. Like, I took a giant left turn when I got injured, but that can change in a moment. So it's like, why spend all this time stressing about something that could change in a moment?
I love that.
So,
well, there you have it. You guys got this. We got this, and we're all in this together.
All in this together. That's from my childhood.
Me too. Well, you're not that much older than me.
I'm like turning 32.
Speaking of, it's Sherell's birthday on the 30th. Happy early birthday.
Thank you. I wish it was my golden birthday, but I'm going to turn 32. So.
Just some random number.
I'm excited to be 32.
I'm excited for you too. You're just going to get wiser and awesomer and basically, yeah.
And hotter.
Yes. All the things. Every year is going to get better.
Oh, I'm like wine.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you lovely people, thank you for coming over to our place.
Make sure to follow and subscribe wherever you're listening, because that makes us super happy, and give 5-star reviews because that also makes us happy. And
yeah, if you enjoy this and you like it or you follow it or whatever the thing is, then other people who might have similar tastes to you get to find it too. And that'd be pretty cool.
Don't keep it all to yourself.
Unless you want to, that's fine. All right. Bye, guys. Have a great day.
See you next week.